You know, we get to work in those studios for hours. You know, I usually arrive maybe with a week before my shows. So, but within that, I got to bond with the dancers very, very well. So, and that makes my job all. And even the lady who did my makeup, she remembered how I like to do my makeup. And she was like, I remember, so I didn't have to say anything. So that's really lovely.
Yeah, it's nice. We know you for the big classical roles, but you've also worked with various kind of choreographers. Can you talk a little bit about the repertoire that you've been able to dance over the years, and diversity, or like have you gravitated to any particular kind of aspects of the repertoire apart from the big ballerina roles?
Yeah, so we're lucky because we have two main, you know, like we have McGregor, who's our resident choreographer, and then Chris Wheeldon, and I have worked with them very closely. So they have probably created, like I say, maybe 2 ballets each. On me, so that's been obviously a huge part of my career, as well as all the dramatic ballets, and so that's something again that I was lucky to experience, and I look to experience more of that in the future. You know.
Agreed. You referenced the British storytelling. Can you talk about that too? How's that passed on? I mean, we know this from British ballet. The storytelling is really important. How the choreographers of the late 20th century and today make story ballets. Christopher Wheeldon, but before him, you know, Kenneth Macmillan and Frederick Ashton. This probably no other. I think there's not been quite another tradition with such strong storytelling in a kind of humanistic way. How is that passed on? Like, were you coached by the ballerinas from before, by the choreographers? How is that that ethos passed on?
And it was amazing that most of those dancers that have passed on, like let's say, I'm just gonna pick one title, but there are so many, obviously, like this, but like let's say Month in the Country, by Sir Frederick Ashton, and I had actually Sir Anthony Dowell coaching me. He was my director when I first joined the company. He gave me the contract, and then so when we do Month, again, it's a ballet that I had to wait quite a bit to dance, but you know, it's a true gem of the Royal Ballet. Like this is like, and not many people get to experience it. So at some point I thought, oh, maybe this is not gonna come my way, but thanks to my super boss, Kevin O'Hare, he said, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. So one of the most precious gifts, so thank you, Kevin. And so when it happened, then Sir Anthony Dowell came to coach me. Now, the role was created on him, and he has worked with Ashton for many, many years, and he had created so many roles for Sir Anthony. So it's like drinking water from the fountain, you know. So that's fascinating to get to really discover the ballet as pretty much firsthand.
Sure. Wonderful.
So when I arrived, the costumes were like seriously spot on. We only just have to adjust them a teeny little bit, and I loved it. I absolutely, and you know, one of the most important, it is actually very important to not only feel comfortable and feel good about yourself, but also that helps you to become the character. You want to see yourself in the mirror and just go, okay, now I'm not Nella anymore, I'm Giselle, and I thought the costumes were exactly that. So yeah, I'm very happy with them. Yeah, yeah, that's what we were just talking with Septime. It has obviously evolved because obviously the more you do it, the more you discover certain parts of the story or certain parts of, or even the production that you do, depending who you dance it with. So a lot of things evolve or change or shift, or, you know, so it's a living thing. And that's the beautiful thing about our art form, that, you know, it's not just set and you did it and then that's it. You know, you try and you know, and sometimes you get it wrong and sometimes you get it right, and then you have people guiding you to do that. But that was art is about, isn't it? It's like trying and creating, and so obviously from my first show to now has definitely changed. Now the love and the, how much it moves me, that's the same, if not more. Like, I think I fall in love all over again, like every time I do it. It's just a phenomenal role. It's more difficult. Not every ballet has its complexities, and again, that's the challenge. And also, it's the challenge to portray you guys that I'm not the same person when I do Giselle than when I do Nikia, when I do Gamsati. Like, that's where the challenge comes, not to dance everything the same way. Now, every ballet has their moments where you kind of go like, oh my God, this is really hard. Or so you can't really say it was, no, they're all equally hard.
Okay, but if gun to your head, you could only dance one role, and you could dance it as a lot.
No, this
but only one role. What would it be?
Impossible. I think go. That would be. Shoot me. No, I could not choose. That would be my answer. That should be go. No.
Well, I know I speak on behalf of everyone here and a lot of other people too. We're just so glad that you come to share your beautiful art with us. Thank you so much to you, and thank you for all of you all for being here tonight.